Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are going to a new chapter. The chapter name is Input, Output and Memory Devices. When you are going to study the computer system, first you have to study the basics. So what is the input, output and memory devices? Before moving to that one, what is a computer? Normally what is a computer? Computer is an electronic device that used to input the data, that used to feed the data, and it will process the data and it produces useful information. Normally computer will take the data and will process the data. After processing the data, it will produce the output, that is in the form of information normally. So if you take the computer system, this is the block diagram of the computer. This one is the block diagram of the computer. So the computer will take the input. Computer will take the input, then that will process in CPU. That will process in CPU. In CPU there are different parts are there that I am not going to explain now. The CPU mainly contains different parts. Leave that one. So this data is processed in the CPU. Normally you can say that CPU means central processing unit. CPU means central processing unit, or it is a processor. So data will be processed in a processor. Or for example, if you want to perform any two additions, if you want to perform addition operation, so 2 and 3 is the input. You have to perform the plus operation. So that operation should be performed in CPU. That operation is performed in CPU. And whenever data is wanted, if you want to store the data, data will be stored in storage devices. Data is stored in storage devices. Sometimes if you want to retrieve the data, or that is known as fetching the data. Sometimes if you want to retrieve the data, or sometimes that is actually known as fetching the data. If you want to fetch the data, or if you want to retrieve the data, that is also possible from the memory devices. Then after every operation is done, after all operation is done, we have to display that to users. So they have to show the result to the users. If you are going to show the result to the users, then we are using the output devices. Remember, input, output, memory and CPU. These are the mainly 4 parts of the computer. Input, output, memory and the CPU. Input means that is a device that is used to feed the data to the computer. If you want to give the data, or if you want to give the input to the computer, then we are using input devices or input unit. Then output is mainly used to retrieve the data from the computer. If a computer is in this, from that computer we can retrieve the data, or we can view the data, or sometimes we can listen. Not only viewing, sometimes we can listen. Sometimes you are going to watch the movies. At that time we are listening and same time we are watching the movie. So that is actually known as output or result of the data. Or whenever if you are going to feed the data, huge amount of data will be there. So we have to extract the some part and we have to view that one. So that is actually known as output. So that is the result of the input. Result of the input after processing. After processing we will get some result. That result is known as output. So next one is memory. Memory means that is used to store the data permanently. Normally, if you want to store the data in a computer, sometimes permanently or sometimes for temporary purpose, we will store the data in a computer. That is actually known as memory devices. Then CPU. CPU is a device that is perform all the operations. Or you can say control the overall operation of the computer. All the operations perform and all the operations control. That are 2 works of the CPU. This is the block diagram what we studied in the first chapter. So here in this chapter, we are not going to discuss about these things. Just we are discussing about what is input, different types of input unit or the input devices, and different types of output devices, and also different types of memory devices. These 3 things we are going to discuss in this chapter. The first one is input devices. What is an input device or what is an input unit? Input device or input unit that is used to feed the data to the computer. If you want to feed the data, to the computer, or if you want to give the data to the computer. For example, if you want to perform some operation, normally, if you want to perform some operations, when you are going to perform some operations, data should be inserted. Not only data, you should give some instructions to the computer. Not only data, sometimes you should give the instructions. For example, if you want to play the movie, or if you want to play the song, at that time what you have to do, song is already there in memory device, you have to open that one, you have to click the play button. So that is actually one input. Clicking the play button, that is what actually the one you are giving the instructions. That is actually known as instructions. Not only the data, not only feeding the data, not only feeding the data to the computer, not only give the data to the computer, is also the giving instructions to the computer. Computer will not work without giving any instruction. If you give any instruction, then only computer is going to work. Otherwise, computer is not going to work. But artificial intelligence, it's a one more topic that is there. But without instruction also, computer is going to work. They are still developing that we can say that is in progress. That is not reached to ideal case. But we can say normally computer will not work without any instructions. Computer will not work without any instruction. Human interaction or human instruction is required. Human interaction is human should be sit in front of the computer, he should work on system. So otherwise I can say human interaction or human instruction is required. Or not only human, any other system or scheduled instructions sometimes. Sometimes you have to schedule the instruction that in particular time instruction will go to the computer. So like that you have to schedule the instruction that is working based on the human instruction. So that is feeding the data or giving the instruction, that also possible. In case of system, input device means that is used to feed the data or feed the instruction to the computer. Then human understandable language is converted to machine understandable language. In case of keyboard, in case of input devices, normally if you type the data, for example, if you by using a keyboard, you will type some data. You will type some data that is understood by us. We can understand A. If you type A, B, C, D, like that you can type the characters. Or if you type add two numbers, for example, you are adding 2 and 5, 2 plus 5, you type that one. So that is human understandable form. That is in the form of human understandable form. Human can understand the data, what is there in that. That we are going to convert into machine understandable languages. That is machine understandable language means which one? That is only one language is there, that is known as machine code. There is only one language that is known as machine code. Machine code is also known as binary values. Only binary value can be understood by the computers. We already discussed how to convert that all the data into binary. But here, only binary values. Binary value means computer will not understand 0 and 1. Remember, normally you can represent that one as machine code means that is 0 and 1. Normally, we will say computer will understand binary code or machine code. Machine code means what? It is a 0 and 1. That is a 0 and 1. But whether computer will understand 0 and 1? Here's the question. Computer will not understand 0 and 1. How computer will understand that is a 0? How computer will understand this one is 0, this one is 1? That is not possible in case of computer system. But computer system understand low voltage and high voltage. When voltage is low, when voltage is high. Because system is working based on the voltages. System is working based on the voltages. So whenever if we give the low voltage, that is we can represent that one as 0. Whenever we are giving the low voltage to the system, then we are representing, not system. We are representing this one as 0. Whenever we are providing high voltage, system is not representing as a 1. We are representing that one as a 1. So it is 0 and 1. That is for our understanding. So computer will understand only the low voltage and high voltage. So if you use an input device will convert human understandable language into machine code. Machine code means converted into 0 and 1. 0 and 1 means it is a low voltage and high voltage. Data will be converted into low voltage and high voltage inside the input devices. Then only computer will understand that one. So if you take the input devices, there are different types of input devices are available. But most commonly we are using, the main input device we are using is keyboard. Keyboard is a main input device we are using in case of computer. Not only keyboard, one more is a mouse. Normally, mouse and keyboard is a mainly two input devices we are using in the system. Other than that, we are using joystick for gamers. Gamers will use joystick. Not only joystick, other devices also there. So OMR, OCR, and MICR. That's for different applications. OMR, optical mark reader or recognition, optical mark reader or optical mark recognition, that is there. Or we can use OCR, optical character reader, that also is optical character reader is there. Then one more is MICR, magnetic ink character reader, magnetic ink character reader. These are the different types of input devices, not only these, like the small dots here. So these are many types of input devices are available. Not only this, only these we are going to study in this chapter. Because only according to your syllabus, only this much is given. So I am going to explain only this much. Other than this, many other inputs devices are available. Not only this. Barcode reader is there normally. Barcode reader. And if you went for any system, mall and all, then you will get the barcode reader. That will read the barcodes. So like that, different devices. Not only one, like that, different pen is there. Digital pen is there. So like that, many devices are there. But we are going to discuss only 4 to 5 or mainly here 6 input devices we are going to discuss in this chapter. Here, what is input devices and what are the different types? Or here, what is input device? Input device is used to feed the data to the computer. But computer will understand only the machine code. Machine code means low voltage, high voltage. So one more work of the input device is converting human understandable language into machine codes. Then different types of commonly used input devices: mouse, keyboard, joystick. OMR, OCR and MICR. Not only this, there are many input devices are available. Now we will move to the first type of input device. The first and most commonly used input device is keyboard. There are different types of input devices are there. First is the keyboard, mouse, joystick, like the different input devices are there. First we are moving to the first input device and the most commonly used input device, that is keyboard. What is a keyboard? Keyboard is the most commonly used device, input device. Most commonly or widely used input device. If you want to do any work in a computer system, keyboard is required. Without keyboard, it is not possible to perform any type of operation inside the computer system. That's why it is very important and it is a very widely used input device. Remember, if you take the keyboard contains typewriter keys. Mainly set of typewriter keys are available. Mainly it uses a set of typewriter keys inside the keyboard. There are different keys are available in case of keyboard. That enables to enter the data into the computer. That keys, that it contains different number of keys and different types of keys. Each key contains its own function. Each key contains its own function. So by using that one, it is possible to feed the data to the computer. It enables to enter the data into the computer. Normally, if you take any keyboard, that keyboard consists different keys. That keyboard mainly consists different keyboard. The first one is alphabet keys. Mainly, the number of different types of keys are available in the system. The keyboard. That first one is alphabet keys. Alphabetic key or alphabet keys. The alphabet 26 keys are available. 26 alphabet keys are available in the system. That is uses to enter the data. That uses to enter the English characters. Normally, mainly English characters, either uppercase or the lowercase. Either uppercase or lowercase, we can enter the data or we can feed the data by using the alphabet keys. The next one is numeric keys. Numeric keys mainly used to enter the numeric value. 0 to 9 numeric value will be there. So if you want to enter the data numeric value, then we are making use of the numeric keys in the keyboard. Numeric keys are available. There are two places normally it is available that we are going to use to enter the data to the computer. The next one is punctuation keys. Next important one is punctuation keys. What is the punctuation keys? Normally numeric means 0 to 9, we know that one. So then if you take alphabet, A to Z alphabet keys are there. What is the punctuation keys? So in here, if you are going to write one passage or if you are going to write one essay and all, normally we will use brackets, open bracket, closing bracket, comma, then dot, then double colon, single colon, like the different punctuations we will use. So that keys are known as punctuation keys, that also available in keyboard. The next one is functional keys or function keys. Functional keys or function keys. Functional keys or function keys is used to perform different functions. There are F12, F1 to F12, total 12 functional keys are available. Mainly total 12 functional keys are available. By making use of that 12 functional keys, we can perform different operations. Normally F5, that is for refresh, like that different operations are there. Alt F4, if you press F4, that is one function, that is for shutdown. Alt F4. So like that shortcuts are there. So each functional keys contain its own functions. Each functional keys contain its own function to perform the certain operation in the functional keys. Then we are making use of the functional keys. The next one is navigation keys. Navigation keys is also known as direction key. Navigation key is also known as direction key. Direction key, it is used to move the cursor, or if you move the file pointers, if you move the pointer, or you can say normally when you are going to type the data, we are using the cursors. If you want to move the cursor towards left, towards up, towards right, or towards down, it's possible to move the cursor into 4 directions. If you want to move the cursor, then mainly we are using navigation keys. Mainly those who are playing game and using the keyboard, they will know what is the use of navigation keys. Move left, right, top and down. So if you want to move the cursor into 4 directions, then we are using the navigation keys. The next one is lock keys. Next one is lock keys. Lock keys are mainly used to scroll lock, caps lock and num lock. Normally we have mainly 3 lock keys are available. One is scroll lock, num lock, then caps lock. Caps lock means to convert the cases uppercase to lowercase. If you want to convert uppercase to lowercase or lowercase to uppercase, we are using the caps lock. Then num lock means locking the numeric number pad. To lock the numeric pad, we are using the num lock. Then scroll lock. Scroll lock is used to locking the scrolling button. To lock the scrolling button, we are using the scroll lock. There are mainly scroll lock, num lock, and one more is caps lock. These are the mainly 3 lock keys are available. Next one is special keys. Special keys like delete, page up, page down, backspace, alt, shift, control. These are known as special keys. Not only this, many of them, like that many special keys are available. That each special key contains its own special operations. So these are the different types of keys, set of keys available in a keyboard. The first one is alphabet. First one is, once again I'll repeat, one is alphabet keys. Alphabet keys are used to type different alphabetic letters, A to Z capital letter and same A to Z small letter. A to Z capital, A to Z small letter. If you want to type, then we are using the alphabetic keys. Next one is numeric keys. Numeric keys are numeric number pads. Number pads are there, so 0 to 9. Normally 0 to 9 number pad, we are using the numeric keys. Next one is functional punctuation keys. Next one is punctuation keys. Punctuation keys are mainly used to provide the different punctuations like dot, comma, double colon, single colon, like that, brackets, closing bracket, all the operations. All that punctuations are provided in punctuation keys. Next one is the navigation keys. Navigation key is mainly used to move the cursor to top, down, left or right. If you want to move the pointer normally cursor is known as pointers. So if you want to move the pointer either left, top, down or right, then we are making use of navigation keys. Next one is the lock keys. Lock keys mainly used to, what is the use of lock key? Lock key is locking the data, either caps lock. One is a caps lock. Caps lock means capital letter or small letters. If you on the caps lock, it will lock in the small letters. If you off the caps lock, it will off the capital letter. So like that, to off the capital letter or to off the small letters, we are using the caps lock. Next one is scroll lock. Scroll lock is locking the scroll button. To lock the scrolling in a page, we are using the scroll lock. Then last one is num lock. Num lock is used to locking the numeric keypad. To lock the numeric keypad, we are using the num lock. Next one is special keys. Special keys is, there are different special keys are there: delete, backspace, page up, page down, insert, shift, control, alt, escape. So these are the special keys. These are the different special keys are there. That different special keys are available, that is used to perform the different operations. That is used to perform the different kind of operations in a system. So that is, these are the different types of keys available in a keyboard. The next we will move to the types of keyboard. Next we will move to the types of keyboard. The types of keyboard, first type is known as standard keyboards. The first type of keyboard is known as standard keyboard. Second one is known as ergonomic keyboard. ERGONOMIC, ergonomic keyboards. Ergonomic keyboards. Next one is wireless keyboard. Next one is wireless keyboard. Next, virtual keyboard. Virtual keyboard. And last one is compact keyboard. These are the mainly 5 types of keyboards available. 5 types of keyboards available. The first one is a standard keyboard. What is standard keyboard? Standard keyboard is available in normal computers, normal desktop. Which keyboard you are using, that is known as standard keyboards. Normally, the normal keyboard, standard keyboard contains 105 to 108 characters or keys. Mainly contains 105 to 108 keys, and also key is arranged in QWERTY manner. QWERTY. If you see the alphabet, if you have the laptop or if you have any system, just check the first line of the key. The first line of the alphabet key, it will be QWERTY. Like that, data will be arranged or letters are arranged. So it is also known as QWERTY keyboards. QWERTY. QWERTY. It is also known as QWERTY keyboards, or we can say it is 105 to 108 keys are present. That is normal system. In normal desktop, a normal home computer, personal computer, which type of keyboard, external keyboard will you use? Only in case of desktop, not in the case of laptop. So in case of laptop, if you are using external keyboard, that is also known as standard keyboard in rectangular size. Keyboard is available in rectangular size. So right side numeric pad, left side all the other operations will be present. So that type of keyboards are known as standard keyboards. Remember, in case of standard keyboard, keys are arranged in QWERTY manner. QWERTY. QWERTY. Like that, keys are arranged, so it is easy to type the data. The next one is ergonomic keyboard. Second type of keyboard is ergonomic keyboard. Ergonomic means it's a shape. Normally, if you take the rectangular or if you take the standard keyboard, it is in the rectangular shape. It is in rectangular shape. But if you take the ergonomic keyboard, the shape is different. Normally, it is mainly used to type the huge data. Whenever data entry is there. Data entry means you have to enter the data, typing work. In which places typing work is more. In which place typing work is more. At that time, we are using the ergonomic keyboard. Working function, everything is same. Working function, everything is same, but shape is different. So normally keyboard it is in rectangular shape. So we have to keep the hands like this. So we have to keep the hands like this. If you type the data by keeping hand like this, here joint will get pain. Here if you are going to type 1 hour, 2 hour, whenever you type 3 hours, here joint is getting to pain. So what is the shape? So if you want to easy method to type or easy method to type, you have to keep the hand like this. If you keep the hand like this, you easily can type. So shape of the keyboard will be in V shape. Shape of the keyboard will be in V shape. So we can easily type the data in case of ergonomic keyboard. So shape is different. Shape of the keyboard is easy to type the data. Shape of the keyboard is easy to type the data inside the computer. That is next one. Next one is wireless keyboard. Wireless keyboard, it is most helpful for nowadays. So it is without using any wires. Without using any wires, we can connect the keyboard and our system. We can connect our system and keyboard without using wires. That is known as wireless keyboards. Wireless keyboards mainly uses radio frequencies. It uses radio frequency to transfer the data. If you want to transfer the data in a system or keyboard, we are mainly using the radio frequencies, or also we are using Bluetooth technology or infrared rays. That is also possible. Infrared rays, Bluetooth technology or radio waves. Wi-Fi, what you are saying, that's the radio waves. So by using that technology, we are going to connect the system and your keyboard. So in that case, wire is not required. That is wireless keyboards. The next one is virtual keyboards. What is a virtual keyboard? If you use the Android phone, if you are going to open your WhatsApp, or if you are going to going to type one data, or if you want to open your friend's account, you are going to send one message, hi. If you are going to type something, if you press that one, automatically one keyboard will pop up. Automatically one keyboard will pop up from down. That pop-up keyboards are known as virtual keyboards. Whenever user wants, at that time automatically it comes up. Automatically pop-ups, then we can type the data. That is actually known as virtual keyboard. Not all the time. Not all. If you close everything, the keyboard will not be present in that. Keyboard will not be present in that system. or then that place. But if you open that one, if you open a particular typing method, then automatically keyboard will pop up. So structure will be same. Structure of the keyboard will be same, but in different methods or different spaces will be there. So we can enter the data. But virtual means whenever user wants or whenever required, at that time keyboard will pop up. Later work is over, automatically keyboard will go down. So it will close the keyboard. Automatically keyboard will be closed. That type of keyboards are known as virtual keyboard. Virtual keyboard mainly present in Android phones, or you can say the smartphone. Normally in smartphones, virtual keyboards are available. On touch laptops, touching pad laptops will be available. Touchscreen laptop normally. Normally touchscreen laptop systems, in that case also virtual keyboards are available. The next one is compact keyboard. Last one is compact keyboard. If you take the normal keyboard, left side buttons will be there and right side numeric pad will be there. Left side alphabet keys and right side numeric pad will be there. But if you take the laptop systems, if you see the laptop system, the keyboard will be different. Right side numeric pad will be absent. It is not present in case of laptops mainly because to reduce the size. To reduce the total size of your laptop, they are making the keyboard, numeric keyboard, they are cancelling because that is already present in this. So easy work they are using here. But to reduce the total size of your system or to reduce the total size of your keyboard, then there is a compact keyboard. Compact keyboard, the main difference is to reduce the size, right side numeric pads are absent. Right side numeric pads are not present in case of compact keyboards. So these are the different types of keyboard. One is standard keyboard, ergonomic keyboard, wireless keyboard, compact keyboard, and also virtual keyboards. Standard keyboard means normally in desktop system, which keyboard we are using, that is actually known as standard keyboards. It contains 105 to 108 keys sometimes. 105 to sometimes it also less will be available. Normally 105 to 108 keys are available, and keys are arranged in manner of QWERTY, Q-W-E-R-T-Y, QWERTY manner keys are arranged. Next type is ergonomic keyboard. Ergonomic keyboard keys are same. Keys are named, keys arranged in the same manner, but only shape is different. Shape of the ergonomic keyboard is different and it is easier to type. Normally it is easier to type and is used to huge amount of data entry. Whenever huge amount of data entry is there, at that place they are using ergonomic keyboards. Next one is a wireless keyboard. Wireless keyboard is mainly used to enter the data without using any wires. So without using any wires, or we can say using the wireless technology, data will be entered to the computers. That is known as ergonomic keyboard. Next one is that is known as wireless keyboard. Next one is known as virtual keyboard. Virtual keyboard means that is date or keyboard is going to pop up whenever required to the user. Whenever user requires or at the time of when application requires. At that time keyboard is automatically pop up. Keyboard is automatically pop up. Then we can type the data. Then if you close that, automatically key that is going to close. The keyboard is going to close. That is virtual. Is there or not there? You can say is there and also can say that. Also same time you can say that is not there. Is there, keyboard is there, but if you close, keyboard is not there, like that. It's a virtual. The last one is compact keyboard. Compact keyboard means it is used in mainly laptop and notebook systems. Laptop and notebook system. Laptop means it is to reduce the size. To reduce the size of the laptop, they are mainly using the mainly using the compact keyboard. In case of compact keyboard, that right side numeric pads are absent. By here we reach our end of session today. In this session we mainly discussed about what is an input devices. What are different types of input devices we are using, and we discussed mainly about the keyboard. Keyboard is input device that is used to feed the data, and different keys present in the keyboard. Different keys are present. One is alphabet, numeric, punctuation, then functional, numeric, navigation, clock, and special keys. These are the different keys present in the keyboard, and also different types. Different types is one is standard keyboard, ergonomic keyboard, wireless keyboard, virtual keyboard, and compact keyboard. So I'll wind up my today's session. Thank you.